Hey people, it's Broken Puppet, and this is how to draw a cool Neo Traditional Greaser skull holding a rose. Cool thing. Enjoy. Right people, how to draw a Greaser skull. Start with, get yourself almost like an egg shape, not quite circle, not quite oval. Like so. Come on this side, bring down your line. From here, gonna curve up. Not quite towards the end, but sort of cutting, quite far away into it, sort of curve up into that circle. Now it's going to be sort of side view. At the back here. Just being a big rectangle box. Slightly curved. At the bottom, rectangle slightly longer on this side. So we'll show the colour. His hand, I can have him holding a rose. At the top here, top of this oval, bringing a big curve coming up, and then curve this back around, joining up at the back of that circle. So, so you can probably start to see it forming now. Where this circle is, kind of one circle just here, doesn't quite touch it, but kind of fits in that section. So you've got a little gap and fits just right, just there. Now bringing this line just to this circle bit. Now where it almost touches this line, just around here, bring this out a touch and curve yourself a line back. Curve back, then get here and kind of hook it back in. Come up a little bit and then curve into that line. Just on the outside of this, just curve up to where this line started, just there. Curve out to a point just there, just going to curve that back a touch, and then go there. Now we got this circle, we're going to cut a line curving down from here, cut into the circle, and then following that shape around, back into it. Coming off of here, it's going to come down a touch. But halfway between this nose bit and here, just going to bring this line across. So we're coming up that same kind of curve as what the jaw bit is, just there. And put in some oval shapes, going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think 7 looks about right. Until you're roughly almost in line with the eye bit, just there. Come off the last tooth bit just here, curve up. And curve, so off the eye, you get this nice little kind of tunnel bit just here, where it goes nice and thin and close. I'm going to curve down, and then kind of almost like to a point, and going to curve back out. That's going to curve almost along with a circle, and then curve the other way. I'm going to, because it's like a grease, I'm going to have it come to a nice point, so it's kind of got a bit of kind of heavy metal kind of feel to it. A bit different from normal skull. Curve up here, curve around this edge, and then curve up here, like so. Off this bottom bit, the bottom tooth, make a curve, and then when you get to this bottom bit, just curve this around. Come back quite far, and once you get to about here, if you want, you can kind of curve back the other way, back into that same line, and once you get to that line, just curve that up again. Coming off this last tooth, just bring in a curve that curves underneath this bit. And off of there, just bring another little loop. Just come in there. So you can sort of see the skull shape starting to form now. Now being a greaser one, I'm going to have a tattoo. I think I might write greaser here. It's a fancy script. I'm going to have a couple of teardrops. I might have like a Dead of Dead kind of swirly bit. Something on his chin. And do some sort of tattoo-ish design in this space on his skull here. And now his hair here, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have a couple of curls just coming off. So it's going to bring it a flick, curve round, just bring a line to thicken up that round, join up to it, and then just create a little line underneath. So bring the line up, curve into it, underneath. Just bring in some lines, just slowly descending backwards through that hair, like so. The back bit, the neck, just going to bring in some rectangle curve shapes, so bring like a rectangle, curve the edges, just keep putting them up, going down, and then just make a nice cool shape, just coming off the back of each one, like so. Bit of collar, and I'll show you all the detail bits in the collar, I ain't crazy. Just going to divide this bit up into 4. A couple of bony bits just around it. 4 circle shapes just on top for the knuckles. One coming out just here, go up around this point. This will curve out here, curve that. And these will just each one come up just a little bit to show that he's holding this rose. So the stem coming there, to the rose which just there. So that's your basic line work. So I'm going to quickly go over most of this in like a thick pen and just leave out some detail bits, and then we'll build up details as we go along. The rose I just draw, and you've seen my rose tutorials, there's no need for me to go through that one. Excuse me. put in this rose. Just basic, classic one you've seen me kind of do before. You can see that's all the sort of basic line we're putting. Grab me thinner liner now, it's going to put in the thin line detail. Just put in those two swirls and just put some little lines just following the shape of them. A few little detail bits just there. Little line just here. The way always come off of that. Nose detail. Teardrops. Just going to put a little line here, just mimicking the shape of this, just coming a little bit lower and joining up towards the top of it. Just in a few little areas, like here, it's going to come up a little bit and join up with that line again. Just little detail lines, it just brings them out. Once underneath this eye a bit, just on the top there, just a touch. Little lines just between the centre of each tooth. Little line just around the top of each one of these. I'm putting the hairlines now. I'm gonna make them quite random distances apart, but just all following the exact same direction. So the distance between them will vary, but not the shape. Here we go, bring that one just in there. Just little thorns just come off this rose. Just a couple of lines just into the bones, just to make them look a bit more bony. Pretty much just follow with the shape and just swirl in and out of it. That's what you got to do. Just across this bottom bit, just going to put in a bit of stitch work. Stitch work just there. Greaser just come up in here. Now don't judge me on this later, I'm just doing this on the spot. Greaser. I would normally spend more time doing my line work on the lettering. It's not my strongest point. I'm good at it, it's just I'm not like one of these crazy, awesome like, like Chicano style ones where I can just like whip in those amazing line work. It takes me a little bit longer to do my lettering. But I like that, it's Well, I lie. I would like to just try to go or some lettering, but I can't do that. It's annoying. I don't know how they do it. I'll try to learn someday. The question is what to put for his tattoo on the back of his skull. Da-dum. Got a rose there. Don't just want another rose. One more. Gypsy girl maybe. Yeah. Just gonna do a basic one here. Just doing like a box, divide it into 4. Bring the line down, curve it in a touch. Bring in a nose just outside the box. Curve, little nose. Top lip, bottom lip. Jaw. Eye, cheekbone. Bandana. Hair. Pan work in there, some more hair at the back. Earrings. Some more hair. Yeah, I like that. Now I've got tutorials for these. I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to do another gypsy one soon, I think. I know a lot of people do struggle with the form, getting like the eyes and everything just generally in the right place. So don't judge me by this one. This one's like the quickest one I've ever done, I think. More here, more hair. Hair, flick. Flick. And down the nose. Some big clouds just coming around her. So, I'll just wrap out all that pencil work. Let's get some shading. I'm going to use my brush markers as usual. You can use whatever you feel like. You know, it's all the same kind of techniques. Just adapt what you see me doing with this to whatever medium you want to use. Go through there. So I'm just going to colour in certain areas black. Normally I would just black out the eyes and this cheek bit, but I'm going to have this fancy kind of red glow come from the centre, I think. I literally just made that up right now. Just looked at it, you know, if you see something, sometimes you just look at it and you think, yeah, that's a cool idea, that might work. Don't sort of hold back, you know, go for it. Never be afraid to try something new. Black is slowly ringing a note. Switch to another black soon. Just mainly wherever there's like a corner or an edge. Now, when I do like the hair, I'm going to use my usual technique. I'm going to get like a nice shine coming through the centre. Especially being a greaser, you know, you want that grease shine. Going to have that shine coming through. The centre bit you can kind of see me leaving right now. There we go. I'm going to come in with my grey. Just Winsor & Newton brush marker, this one. This one's the warm grey. Not that makes much difference, just grey is grey. A lot of people get really fancy over colours and stuff, you know, just whatever colour works, you know. I never kind of look for specific kind of colours, I just look at the pen and just think, oh, that's the right colour for that, and I'll go for that. No need to complicate it out, you know, what works, what doesn't. If something doesn't work, you want it to, practice. If it works, then you change it. So I'm just going over all that black. Get me a lighter grey. Flick that, just coming off the edge. Now on this kind of paper, it's just like scrap paper. You might not find this necessarily in like the drawing section, a lot of times in the craft section. It's more like a scrapbook for sticking photographs in. I just really like drawing on it. And this one's just you can see why it brighten. And just like that scrap paper. I don't feel like you need any specific special papers, you know, to do art, you know, just whatever works. You know, I'm not really a fan of like a lot of special papers. As long as the paper's fairly thick, you know, and I like texture, so a lot of time I like a bit of paper with a bit of texture to it. Switched up now, this one's cool grey. Not that it makes much difference, it's just light. Put a little shadow just on the side of the teeth. A little flick up just on each one of those lines above the teeth and below. A bit on this nose, bit there, bit there. Look some more on the hand in a second. Just going to get this ready colour. It's Magneto, I think, so it's not completely red, but I just love the way it looks. I'm just going to put this on the inside. Those little highlight gaps I told you I left, just there, there and there. Normally these red sections I would just do thingy, like I said, in black, but I thought it looked pretty cool in red. So damn red. And you know what? I was damn right. That does look good. Put that one down. Got a red pro mark around here somewhere. Where did I leave it? Give me 2 seconds. So I got my red pro marker. Do me a red line inside each one of these petals. Just mimicking the outside line, just leaving the same kind of gap. Just like so. Cut the inside, just leaving a little white highlight. Just on the outside parts. Just like so. And green. Before I forget. Sometimes when you leave markers for a while, they dry pretty quick and make it a little bit tougher blending them out sometimes. There we go. Still cool greaser highlighting is here. Shade work in her now. Not too crazy because she was just looking like a tatty when he said. I'm just going to get my black. Some of these little gappy bits. Let's get a bit more black run through this hand really. Just flicking some grey from the bottom. Right, so just a little bit of grey at the bottom. A little bit of grey from the top. Each finger. And just a little bit. Some of the bottom bits. I think what I might do, because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, this might be pretty cool. Go colouring these knuckles yellow and flicking a little bit of orange. Maybe one yellow tooth. One golden tooth. Kind of natural knuckle dusters. A little bit black down from that stem. A little bit up there. And a little bit down there. Just going to put an orange line just all the way around the edge. It's just a little effect you can do. And the main thing I like about this, especially with these kind of designs, when there's a lot of black and grey with a hint of colour, it kind of seals the grey, so kind of the grey becomes a colour because it's within it. It's that contained. Sometimes when it's not contained, it can kind of get a little bit lost in the background. So I didn't go that last minute. So yeah, you can see just gone around the outside there, colour these little bits in blue. But yeah, that's how to draw a greaser skull holding a rose. Yeah, it's pretty cool, it's pretty fun, enjoy it. Like, subscribe, comment, check out my videos. I'm the Broken Puppet, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.